I look, I look to you. I look to you. After all that I've been through, I would close my hands to you. I look to you. Good morning, YouTube. What is today? I got confused because the holiday threw me off. It felt like it was Saturday when it was actually Wednesday. So today is actually Friday. Ouch. Hold on a minute, people. It's real dark in here. I gotta turn the light on. I look to you. I look to you. After all that I've been through. It's just dark today. Overcast. All right, YouTube. I'm coming here now. I'm going to talk about Miss Kim Burrell. You know I don't like her. Let's get that adjusted. And then a whole lot of people don't like Miss Kim Burrell. She is a messy woman. She parades around here like she's holy because she can sing music. Rock and roll people can sing music. R&B people can sing music. Singing is not an anointing, right? Singing is a talent, a gift from God. And they consider all that, those runs and so forth, that's singing, to her crowd, but it's got nothing to do with her being a godly woman. Because Kim Burrell has proven over and over again that she's an evil woman. She is a nasty person, right? She is a homophobe. She's a homophobic. So now, how has she announced now? I think she announced it last week or 2 weeks ago that she's going to write a book about her friendship with Whitney Houston. No, Kim Burrell, let Whitney Houston rest in peace. You are too vile and too nasty to be writing a book about someone who you call to be supposed to be your friend because they're famous, correct? First of all, people who publish tell-all books, they're only publishing the book if it is salacious. It has got to be salacious or they're not going to bother with it, right? So we can expect now for you to tell whatever little secrets you think you know, honey, in order to sell this book. Correct, Miss Kim Burrell? Every time you wiggle your big ass up in front of the stage, girl, it's going to end up being something negative, correct? And since you are probably broke, because most people don't want to deal with you, and when we see you singing at churches, they're little bitty churches. The one where you're telling people to shut up, that damn thing didn't have 50 people in the audience, correct? So you ain't making no big coin from this career of yours. Now you got a new angle. It coincides with the fact that Sissy Houston has recently passed away. And so you said that you promised Whitney that y'all wouldn't write those books. Be clear, woman. Whitney Houston was never going to write no damn tell-all book about your ass. What is there to tell? Nobody cares. Nobody's interested, right? It was always going to be about you exploiting her. So I don't know. I just saw recently a Whitney Houston movie, the one on Netflix, and they seem to already delve into the fact that she had affairs with women. I'm trying to figure out what have you got to expose? Are you going to exploit her addiction? What are you going to exploit? Her relationships? If you're going to write a tell-all book, shouldn't you write it about yourself? There is certainly a story there, Kim Burrell. We want to know, how did you become a homophobe, girl? Who convinced you that you could preach? We want to know all about your eating habits and how you got to be so huge, girl, through most of your life. There's plenty to talk about yourself. You shouldn't be out there trying to write and cash in on other people's names. Now, if it wasn't going to be salacious and nasty, why would you have to wait for the girl's mother to die? Correct? That tells us already, girl, that you intend to spill something that's so filthy, so nasty. Like Sydney was, Sissy Houston was not already aware of the rumors about her daughter. Correct? They delved into that in the last movie. All right, Kim Burrell. So you're about to take another dive, girl. Because whenever you release it, it's going to offend a lot of people because you're such an offensive woman. You're such a vicious, nasty, offensive woman, girl, that we know that them people are not going to publish any memoir about you, about the sisterhood. That's what she's claiming. She said she's writing about the sisterhood. And how interesting it was. And girl, interesting my ass. You over here trying to be a holy woman, pretend to be a holy woman when you're a vicious, nastiest person in gospel music, right? Whitney was out there doing her thing, doing her career, getting high, and having her love affairs or whatever, girl. And it had nothing to do with your ass, right? Right. So what are you going to try to pull out of that, girl? I'm sure that she wouldn't be doing any of the things that she did, which you would consider salacious, around you. Correct? Since you're always sending people to hell, they're going to hell. You're going to hell. They're going to hell. Everybody going to hell except for the most vicious, nasty woman in gospel music. A woman who is constantly has to come up here and apologize for her filthy, nasty behavior, right? A woman is proved over and over and over again what a homophobe she is, girl. She's still harping on homosexuality, even though we're sitting here watching the news with motherfucking 1,000 people a night being killed in all these goddamn senseless ass wars, girl. All these motherfucking murders and drug addiction and prostitute, all the shit that goes on in America. You still stuck on the I'm the homosexual. Oh, you're a serpent and you're in a hell. All that old bullshit, girl, was something that apparently you personally have issue with. So write a book about that. Tell us when you first started hating homosexual men. Are there any truth to the rumors that your husband or your man left you for a man? Clear it up, girl. Clear up your own shit. Now, we already know that it's not going to be, but so, I mean, it ain't going to be hardly worth anything because nobody gives a shit about Kim Burrell, girl. How many hit records you had to qualify you to be a person that we would be interested in, girl? Right? Only by attaching Whitney's name. So you're going to cash in on Whitney's name because her mother has died. You want to pretend like you had some huge, big secret that her mother was not aware of. Correct? I'm just saying. So Whitney Houston, she only had one family member. Isn't she related to Dionne Warwick? And does she have other family members, people who loved her and cared about her? Did she have a huge fan base, girl, who care about her? Right? So why would you have to wait for her mother to die? I don't understand. Her mother had to die first for you to tell us about the sisterhood and how warm and fuzzy it was, girl. Didn't nobody have time to be warm and fuzzy with your big ass, honey. That girl was out there being one of the biggest R&B singers in history, right? But you're gonna blow it up like you are in the family and all that. Plus, you hate homosexuals so much. Well, how did you feel about the fact that she had these relationships? Right? Is that what you're going to delve into? What are you going to use? Because see, just by you announcing that you're going to do this tell-all book, girl, that's all comes from the publisher. I'm a writer. I know how this shit works. That comes from the publisher. You got to you got to come up with a couple of 2 or 3 salacious stories in order to sell the book. Correct? So what you gonna bring us, Kim Burrell? How y'all doing today? Hi, Jaylyn. Liam in Friday. Oh, it's Friday. What's going on, Jesse? You got one more to go, Jesse. New Year's. When is New Year's? Is that Tuesday? I think that's Tuesday. I don't drink, so I can't participate. Hi, I am Miss Ricks. Morky Mom 53. How y'all doing today? Some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, you always talking about Kim Burrell." Who is the Miss Kim Burrell always talking about? Right? Some of the most hateful shit I ever seen come from the pulpit, girl, come out of her mouth. Right? She can't help herself. So how's she gonna go be all warm and fuzzy on this damn book? And when is it coming out? You say that you were working on it. How long you gonna work on it, girl? Right? Now we can only hope that there are people in place that can sue on behalf of Whitney Houston, or perhaps this is why you were afraid to publish while Sissy was still alive, because you were fearful that she would sue your ass. That's a possibility as well. So are there other family members out there who could do the same thing? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, baby. I'd rather you separate yourself completely from that woman. We saw how you tried to do Yolanda Adams, so we can only imagine what kind of friendships you have in this sisterhood of yours, right? What's going on, Kevin Moore? If y'all heard about this, you will be. I saw before I came on here, I went to Google, and there's been several posts. I don't know what the show. I think it's some kind of local DC show where she announced this at. But there's several people reporting about this upcoming tell-all book. This is how they promote before the book comes out. Correct. So she tried to get in there and get some money. Mm-hmm. So some people say it's for money. Well, they're all for money, basically. I don't know how she's making any money. Every time they catch her with her big mouth open, criticizing people, telling people they're ugly, and all the shit she says, it's always in these little small places now. So that ain't paying her nothing, child. What did you do? Take up an honorarium? She can't get on television. Ain't nobody decent going to be bothered with her because of her hateful rhetoric. And she thought, well, I can just do anything I want to them people because nobody loves them. Nobody cares about them. And then the internet came along, honey, and people started getting familiar with other kinds of people. And he said, well, why have we been beating those people in the head for all these years? Really? That's not a bad person. Right? But you got away with it for decades, girl. And you thought you would go on like that. And then the universe had to prove to you times have changed, Miss Kim Burrell, right? You have to keep your hateful ass rhetoric in your house when you have dinner parties, bitch. Not that anybody would be coming. Now she got a softer, slimmer ass. And so she's trying to wear her sexy dresses and things. A little late for that, isn't it, girl? You want to be a 50-year-old bombshell. Mm-hmm. It's 7 p.m. Friday on the East Coast. I know what day it is, baby. Mm-hmm. Hi, Egyptian goddess 11111 moderator. Do y'all have an opinion on this thing? Of course, we can't say too much until the thing comes out, but I can assure you it's going to be nasty. She's a nasty woman. She's got that nasty woman's disease, right? Every time you hear from her, it's about her being nasty somewhere, honey, or breaking her shoes or making a fool of herself in some way. I don't know why she got into gospel, really, because she's just a singer. When she sings, she goes in there with all them riffs and oh God, all that riff. That's just singing, girl. Playing with music, right? It ain't got nothing to do with God, honey. You're not a godly woman. You can tell a godly woman's out there giving sandwiches to the homeless, girl. Right? That's a godly woman. Doing good in the earth, honey. Having compassion for people, right? You're a catty, what you call a catty queen, honey. Mm-hmm. Hot and messy, nasty attitude. How come God ain't delivered you yet, girl? He should have delivered you much as you used his name. Much as you hollering about Jesus, honey. How you going to be presenting yourself if you're supposed to be some kind of pastor? Did they close down that church she had or whatever, when she got exposed of what kind of devil she was? They took her off of radio. They took her off of TV. They took her out of people's records. Fennell turned on her. Ellen was insulted and canceled her show. All this stuff happened. They had helicopters flying all over her house. There she is. There she is. Sasquatch. Oh, I want to. I never meant nothing like that. Oh, it was taken the wrong way. She never takes responsibility for anything she says. She's forced into these constant apologies because of the people who are behind her. If she has a record company, tell her, get your big ass out there and apologize again, girl. It's a brand new world, Miss Thing, right? Right? You can't go over there and just treat people any way you want to, Miss Thing, with that nasty mouth. Maybe she should have been a comedian or something, girl. She thinks she's funny. She's telling people that they're ugly. She telling them that they're poor and they live in trailers. That's left up to the YouTubers, honey. Hope you had a nice Christmas. Oh, thank you, Curl Baby, for super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm glad it's over with though. We can get on back. It ain't that anything happens on Christmas. It's just that I kind of feel guilty, like I should be doing more. I should be flying home and all that other stuff. Yeah. Mm-mm. Pat Houston got capitalized. They might be able to sue her. The estate might be able to sue her ass. Hmm. She's so concerned with. I was just concerned. The mama has to pass. Why the mama got to pass with a girl, Kim Burrell? Why does the mother have to pass in order for you to say this book? What's in the book that is so salacious and so hurtful that it would harm the mother, right? And then why are you choosing? Then you want to say it now, right? You have one life to live, honey. One life. You can tell us a story about you. How did you get to be the hateful pig that you are? And you can go into all of these things that has occurred with you, why your career never really went anywhere, why you going, you complaining about, I never got a Grammy. I never got a Grammy. Mistake. We don't like you. Don't you get it, girl? You're a witch, right? And it's not just the gays that don't like your punk ass girl. There are decent people in the world, right? And some people would consider you to be a bad witness. You're not representing Christianity at all. Correct? Some people don't like nasty, evil people, honey. Why'd you tell that woman she couldn't sing in church? You don't know what was going on with that woman. That woman's husband might have beat her up this morning, honey, and she's holding on. She yet holding on, and she made it down to the church house. Hey, shut up. Oh, let that mask work for you, honey. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing along. I'm singing along. And she done did it again recently, child. Right? You don't own the damn church. You're a visitor, nigga. No, old Pat Houston. I don't know the family. But that's still somebody's family. I don't know what she thinks she's gonna say, honey. I know it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty and filthy. You watch. It's gonna start probably in the next 2 weeks. Y'all notice all these books that these celebrities write. There's always they drop some stories right before it comes out. So we don't know if she's finished it or not. And now she's a writer. She's a singer, actor, dancer, fiche, and a writer. Mm-hmm. There's Darius. Hi, Darius. How you doing? Tasha Hayes. Mm-hmm. Jurgen G. Uh-huh. Only 38 liked. Y'all gotta like. Y'all gotta get us in the algorithm. Mm. Her brother should write a book about her. She got a brother. Now, is her brother gay? See, we gotta guess at all this stuff. Why don't you write a book about yourself, honey? Right? When I wrote my memoir, honey, that was out of my mouth about my life, not about other people who I've known, all the drug dealers that I've known, all the people that I've known in my whole life. Let me can I think of a name of somebody I met somewhere? I can put that in there and all that old bullshit, child. That's just the act of desperation trying to sell books, girl. Because you know your name won't sell shit. Nobody's interested in you. Your career is shit. How to run. You should have called it Keep on Running. Keep on running from Kim Burrell. Stay real, Mr. Sir Kim Burrell is 52 years old and still not grown up. She's 52 and now she want to take that ass off. Oh Lord, have you wait, girl? They had her up here in lingerie. You are delusional. Now we know you suffer from being that big, and I didn't know how big you were, but when I went to start this damn thing, I always go in there and see if there's any pictures on Google. And you were enormous, right? So we can celebrate that. We can celebrate. You can tell the people about your weight loss journey, honey. Put that in your book. Put all the things that involve you in your book. Take Whitney's name off the title. You're right. She ain't give you permission to write shit. Oh, we agreed that we wouldn't write these books. We wouldn't write like Whitney Houston sitting there writing a book about your big ass girl. Oh, that thing's a mess. Does anybody know that she lose that? Thank you, Papa. Nope, it's not Papa. I said it wrong last time. Yeah, it's Papa, right? Yeah. Thanks, brother. Super chat. Her brother is gay, okay, and very nice, but like nothing like her evil self. Oh, her brother is gay, and Whitney was. We don't want to start throwing things around, but Whitney was certainly part of the community on some level herself, right? They in the sisterhood, they're so close, and they're like family and all that kind of stuff. Well, how'd you fit in, girl? Right? All these gay people, and they said that your husband or boyfriend or fiance, he was also gay, right? And this is when you started on your hate campaign. And I really believe that you cannot help yourself. I've seen you when you get up there and get to talking. I would say, well, somebody give that bitch the microphone and tell her to sing. We only paid you to sing, girl. Nobody give a fuck about your ideas. And yeah, yeah, nobody has to tell you because you know you're ugly. And then, oh, that hat is covering all that up, she said. Like she's some kind of goddamn striking beauty, honey. I'll give props what they do. This is the best she's ever looked in her whole life at 52 years old, right? But when she dropped all that weight, honey, that face looked like Dudley Do-Right. Remember that damn that Basset Hound or whatever it was? All that skin, girl. And you had the gray big old glasses over there, right? And you took them off one time, girl. I saw all that skin in your face and all that. You ain't in no position to be talking about nobody's looks, girl. Mm-mm. I still don't believe Kim is just 52. I need to see the birth certificate. Tell me your papers. That's right. That's why she hates gay men. She lost her husband to one. He was probably grossed out by her, honey. He said, yeah, I'm gonna go with this dude, but y'all saw what Kim Burrell looked like back in the day, honey. That man, he had multiple reasons for leaving you, girl. Right? It ain't just because the gays have corrupted him. It might not have had nothing to do with your ass. It might have had to do with your personality. Mm-hmm. I remember another man was beating her time. Ooh, she had a song called "Another Man Was Beating." Another man was. I said, "Girl, I have no idea what you just said. I have no idea. I heard the word Jesus in there somewhere, girl. Mostly, I just heard the Run Queen." Mm-hmm. Droopy the dog. That's it. That face was horrible for a long time, honey. So I don't know if she got a facelift now or her Botox has done it, whatever. This is the best she's ever looked, right? She got her body is down. It ain't perfect, but I mean, she's 57 years old, right? But she been wanting this for her entire life. And believe me, she is suffering through this, honey. Kim needs to give her. I can't go there, Darius. I can't go there. Nothing around that thing, child. Nothing. I don't want nothing to do with them people over there, child. Nothing. They calling churches and shit. I'm gonna call your job. Oh, that's a good read. Oh, that's a good read. And get you unemployed. Oh, that's a good read. I ain't got time for that bullshit, child. Darius, check out my series. I had a series called Murder in the Beef Sector. I wrote 3 books about the carryings on and all the kind of lowlifes on this damn YouTube and what eventually could happen. So you got to leave them, cut them people loose. They ain't worthy. Did Whitney have any real friend? She always talking about the sisterhood and all that. I said, well, girl, who's claiming you? Who's friendly with you? We saw how, what's that girl, Tamala Hall had to treat your ass because you coming for her friends on her show, girl. It's like we saw your personality on that damn Sunday Best, right? You sitting right there with Yolanda Adams, right? And you sitting there right there, and we saw how everyone else treated that guy who came there. Remember the one who read your ass? How kind Yolanda was to the guy who was just trying to sing his heart out. And what's the other girl that y'all know who she is? What's her name? Anyway, those Sunday Best panels, everybody was nice to him, sweet to him. Everybody except you. You're supposed to be looking at them. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking. We were laughing at something else. We would never take responsibility for anything. And that boy read the shit out of you. So if he never does anything else in his life, he has done one thing right. Mm-hmm. Maybe he couldn't read. Maybe he couldn't write. One thing that boy sure did do right, he read your ass. I declare. Had the whole town talking about it, honey. Girl, how many millions of views did that video got? When he said, Kim Burrell, you and Donnie, y'all laughing? I spent my rent money here. I spent my rent money to come down here. And you just wrong. Why are you over there laughing, somebody singing? Oh, it was so endearing. He made it clear, honey. Yo fat ass. Don't sit over there giggling at somebody. Got your nerve. Everybody don't do the and you wonder why you can't get a Grammy. You want somebody to give you a Grammy for that? Please. Sapphire. Is it Sapphire? Libra? Hi. Oh, Happy New Year's. Now that's the next one. You got one more to go. Get him till heaven at the news. He read Miss Kim Burrell, honey. She probably didn't think nobody. And then the producers of the show decided to air it. You know that BET, they didn't have to air that, honey. No, they wanted to air it. Probably you got enemies there as well. Everywhere you go, you have enemies, honey. Right? You need to work on fixing that fucked up personality, girl. You don't belong on ministry. You don't know Jesus no better than I do, or anybody else in this chat, anybody else in this world. Correct? It's the same old God, honey. It's one God. Right? You already claiming you always want to send somebody to hell somewhere. Girl, Miss Thing, you're delusional. And your time is past, honey. That's an old time. We can understand it if you were in your 80s or 90s, girl, because that's all they knew. I mean, they got taught that about a man on stage in the white bucks. He taught them that, and and it passed along, and then they've been hearing it for 70 years. They assume what they're talking about is right. It ain't never been right. It's always been wrong, honey. It's always been wrong. You ain't never had no reason to have your big ass nose up in somebody else's bedroom under their sheets, honey, and deciding who you're gonna send to hell. Yeah, you ain't got a goddamn thing to say about all these fucking murderers. That's a lonely old. I wouldn't surprise me if she was in her house drinking herself to sleep at night. She's a nasty woman. Really thought she was gonna go in and try to read Yolanda Adams. We saw what Yolanda Adams, how she treated people. We looked at it, honey. You're supposed to be talking to them. I wasn't talking to you. Oh, how are you talking to somebody else? The boy was right. I spent my I sacrificed to come here. Why did I come here? Yolanda told me to come back and to try again. And that's what I did. I don't think it's funny. He said when he was walking off the stage, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I heard enough. I heard enough. Fucking devils. Demons, honey. They should have did a meme with horns on your head. You and Donnie McCurkin. He up there laying up there with you. He's a homosexual, no matter how he feels about it, girl. He's a homosexual. He ended up with the homophobic. Y'all sitting there giggling at some gay boy who came there and spilled his guts. Sang his heart out. And everybody laughed at you, Kim Burrell, as usual. What you gonna do next? Have you noticed how instead of people panicking when you get up on that stage and break them damn heels off, girl, that people are laughing? Haven't you seen how many people are talking about? Is anybody saying anything positive about you, Kim Burrell? No, it's all negative. You can't hide that personality. If God gave you a gift to sing, if you call that singing, if he gave you a gift to sing, you should have used the gift properly. You should have been a singer. Maybe if you would concentrate on singing instead of opening your goddamn mouth and pretending you somebody's pastor, girl, maybe your career would have did a lot better. Correct. Am I right or am I wrong? When Yolanda, when Sissy, whatever, all them gospel singers get up there, they get on the stage and they sing. Right? They sing. They don't talk. I can't. You cannot Kim Burrell. You can't remember one Kim Burrell's. She always, and then she had the nerve to everybody complaining about she ain't never got no Grammys. A Grammy for what, girl? Lord Jesus. God damn, girl. Where's the word? Where's the message, honey? She pranced her big ass around that stage, honey, when she did that famous sermon where everybody filmed it and presented it. See, that's the worst thing ever happened to them churches, honey. When that damn cell phone, them camera phones, honey. And when people got to see what was going on in them places, he said, what? Why are they still fucking with those people? Right? This has been going on for 200 years. Right? How nasty and filthy and disgusting you are, particularly when all these ones supposed to be so holy, girl, getting caught with their drawers down every other week or their hands in the till. It's standard, right? But they the holy ones. Holiness is what they long for. Ooh, righteous. Girl, please. They sing and don't look lost on the stage. She want to be a comedian. She thinks she's funny. Evil, honey. It must have been a hard house to grow up in. If her brother is gay and he's dealing with that in the household, in the family, hateful, nasty ass bitch like this, right? Somebody married her. What was he up against? She must have been paying the bills. It had to be that, honey. I don't know why else he would want to be bothered with your ass. And it's not because of your size or your ex size. It's because of your mouth. Your mouth. You're a nasty woman. You can imagine this is when she's on the stage. You can imagine what she's like when she's not on the stage, when she's in the house. Who in hell gonna marry that? Oh, because he's gay. Because maybe it had nothing to do with him being gay, girl. Maybe you made him gay. Let's see what else got. Baby, when you've been given a gift, Leandra Johnson, get over. I don't care what they say about Leandra. That woman can bring you a song, honey. She'll touch your heart with her voice. Correct? That's a singer. She was never satisfied. She's going to tell God what she going to be. Tell God. He going to slap you in the face. Really? And he going to let you survive. He going to let you live. Hi, Monkey Mom. Yeah. Y'all make a cartoon out of that whore, hey. So y'all know what's gonna be in the tell-all. I thought the last movie I saw, she's had what 3 or 4 movies already made about her life. It ain't shocking. It ain't shocking, Kim Burrell. It's shocking to you because you are a homophobe. So you think you have some hot tea. Oh, I remember one time I saw her kissing her. We don't care. We don't care, girl. We should have never cared, Miss Kim Burrell. You think is that your hot tea? How were you able to sell that to the goddamn publisher? And who is this book publisher, girl? How much they give you? Enough to catch up on the rent, perhaps? Because I know them last churches I saw you in, girl, you didn't pay your mortgage with that. 50 people. People trying to go to church and sing along and have a good time in church and have a spiritual moment. Here your ass come. Hey, you want to set that up? I'm singing. Girl, I might give a fuck about you. You're just another girl. There's a whole lot of people that can sing, honey. Every time I go to church, I hear good singing. And they ain't got all them goddamn riffs and runs, this thing. Who are you trying to impress? You're too stuck on yourself. You think it's all about you. Gospel. Here's my song, my book. See this? My first novel, Love and Gospel Music. You see the subtitle? What's wrong with telling the damn truth? Timothy Blank, love and gospel music, honey. We explore those like you. Mm. That's what we want to hear. Gospel music, something beautiful. If you want to be a demon when you leave the church, clear the parking lot, right? For you show your real self. You're probably cussing people out in the parking lot, girl. Filthy ass attitude. When's she gonna retire? Aren't you tired? Ain't you tired, me? Now she thinks she got an hourglass figure, so now she want to put on lingerie and thing, or be nasty. Why'd you call them all them other women? They all nasty, right? Then you lose a couple pounds and you got your big ass up in lingerie on camera. Y'all didn't see her? She had on white lingerie. She had a teddy on and everything, laying across the bed and all. I thought you didn't believe in none of that kind of stuff, girl. That God was gonna send them all to hell. Everybody gonna burn with your big ass. Mm-hmm. And don't assume that it's over. Don't assume. Your horse sound. That's how she sounds like, girl. Where's my Grammy? Where's my Grammy? All these years, 30 years in the business, 30 years, I ain't seen a Grammy. And you will not see a Grammy. We don't award Grammys for people making horse sounds, girl. We need to hear you have vocals. Okay? We don't want to hear just 3% vocal, girl, and all the rest of it runs. Right? You're supposed to be spreading the gospel. How you spreading the gospel and nobody even knows what the fuck you're talking about? Gospel music. That's what my book's about. Music, honey. Hi, Alfreda Gross. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Hourglass figure. This is the closest she ever came. And somehow or other, they got that face together. So they probably had to pull that skin. I don't think she just did that with exercises, honey. She done had that skin pulled. Now she thinks she's beautiful. No, girl, the best you ever were going to be is average, right? And if I was a nasty queen like you, I would have put one of them pictures up there where your whole face covers the whole goddamn screen to remind you where you came from, girl, right? I'm guessing that this relationship between you and Whitney Houston is going to be greatly exaggerated. I imagine it's going to be greatly exaggerated. I don't know how she would even have time for this sisterhood you present when she has her own family, her own husband, her own boy or girlfriend, her own family, and she has a very busy schedule, honey, right? You just singing in little small churches, girl. You hook your wagon to her, and now you want to throw her under the bus to get a few dollars. I don't know how much books sell that really. I don't think they sell that much. But you know good and damn well, though, ain't no way in hell you were going to make a dime by sitting up here doing your story, putting your face on the cover. That means you're taking advantage, honey. You're taking advantage of that woman. And then if there is still a Whitney Houston estate, they still have power of attorney, honey. They come for that ass. You see how they did when that boy tried to release a book? How'd that work out for him? What's going on, Soul Sister Number One show? Y'all ready for New Year's? What is that? That's going to be, well, it's got a couple more days. Hold on a minute. Make sure ain't nobody trying to call me, honey. You have a message. What else is going on, people? Anything else going on? We have to wait for this Kim Burrell thing, but since she decided she want to bring her ass out here and to make an announcement that she's writing this book, which means she's just announcing, okay, next week is going to be, oh, I remember one time she came in and it looked like she had been doing drugs. But nigga, if you're a drug addict, what the hell are you supposed to do? That ain't no damn news. What are you holding on to? And what would she be doing in front of you? I don't think you fit in the crowd, girl. Sisterhood. That's okay. We're going to get her, though. We should come out with that bullshit. People love Whitney Houston because she was a real singer, girl. What about that? I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the you see how I know the word. Now I know I can't sing with the shit, but I know the words, Kim Burrell. Ask me to tell you the words to any song that you ever sang. Who in here can remember the words to a song that Kim Burrell ever sang? Yes, she's supposed to be singing the gospel. Help me to understand, girl. We know every damn word in Whitney Houston songs, honey. She's memorable. You're going to tie your ass to her. That a bitch? Probably, Sissy probably owned the rights to Whitney Houston's name, honey. So you couldn't do it. You couldn't do the hip job. I'm going to get them to talk about me. They're going to be talking about me. They're going to be talking about, girl, we're going to be hating on you as usual, honey. Hating on you as usual. I only know songs that she sung that were other people's songs. I ain't never even heard of some. But as soon as she started them damn runs, I said, no, honey. This is like something with singers. They can go and play with music and all that kind of shit. That ain't singing, honey. Not for gospel music. It's the wrong genre, honey. You were too big and ugly to be in secular music, so you went to the gospel, right? But I need a message in gospel music, right? I need them to touch my heart, girl. I like the music better than I like the preaching, tell you the truth. All the hate comes out when they start talking. You know a couple of Kim Burrell songs? What are the songs? I look to you. I look to you. After all that, we only know about that because of Whitney. Demanding. How you going to demand a Grammy from somebody, girl? Sit your ass down. Okay, thanks. What's his brother's name? Whose brother's name? What's Kim Burrell? I think I did see her brother interviewed at one point or something. Girl, you don't even honor your own damn family. God is not impressed with you, Miss Kim Burrell. He's not impressed with you, nigga. You can't even get along with your own family. How can you say you love me? You can't get along with nobody. Did they close that church down of hers? Girl, I heard it got closed down, honey. No, wasn't nobody coming up in there. I do not like jazzy gospel. That's what I'm talking about. They just singing. Right? They don't give a damn about no damn message. They ain't trying to promote shit. Jazzy gospel. Is that what it is? I ain't never heard the bitch sing. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Oh, I can't play no music. I was gonna let you pull up some of this Kim Burrell. I would like to pull up that with that boy. Let me. What was that boy's name? Was it? I forget. You don't care about nothing but getting their money. Hold on. Okay, so I need Kim Burrell on. Y'all remember? Anybody remember that guy's name who read Kim Burrell publicly humiliated her? Kim Burrell. It's on the top of my brain, but I just can't quite get it. Dennis, was it Dennis Rotman something? How about you even pull it up? Let me see. Kim Burrell on. Kim Burrell. You got to know how to work this damn Google and also Kim Burrell. Church, I come to you. Call my name, be grateful. Live, sweeter. No. Kim Burrell. Let's just put Kim Burrell. I'm only going to try one. Sunday's best. Sundays. His first name was Dennis, I believe. Okay. See what comes up? You got to be a master with this shit, child. Kim Burrell, Sunday best argument. They have that. Thank you for tuning in.
To Gospel Insider News right here on TamikaHall.com. Well, folks are upset with the Sunday Best Judges again. The season premiered on Sunday, July 6th, and it opened to rave reviews as well as rantings. Check it out. Until I die. Is that your answer? Yes, you answer.
Look at her.
I love your spirit. You're so sweet. I think you have it.
That's that other girl.
I just think that it needs more work. If you find yourself doing the same runs over and over again, if you're going to be an artist, then you have to maybe make it simple and put that very familiar run in. Don't worry about them, okay? Don't worry about them.
Look at her.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Here it comes.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Kim Burrell. Yes. I want to let y'all know this. I think it is very rude and disrespectful for y'all to be up here laughing like that, because I use my rent money and everything, and for y'all to be sitting up here disrespectful like that and laughing, that is so wrong.
Okay, if I told the truth, I made my decision while you were singing. And
look at her face.
The laughter was not toward you, okay? You had the attention of the person who was talking to you. That's where your attention should have been.
You're not talking to a dog, bitch.
I've been stopped liking you since last year when you told me no and you weren't even listening.
You know,
Kiara, I love you. Donnie, I love you too. Yolanda, I love you. The reason why I came back is because of the simple fact you told me I like your voice. I'm looking very forward to
encouraging the man.
God is with you. You are anointed, and because of you is the reason why I came back.
I heard some things in your voice that are really, really good. Make sure you audition next year.
People get nervous and stuff, but I'm letting y'all know I'm Dennis Christopher Brigham, and I'm gonna be somebody, and this not gonna stop me.
Dennis, hold on.
Shut up, Queen.
You're upset.
But y'all, that's disrespectful.
Don't do it like this. Because nobody was disrespecting you. We're laughing about ourselves.
No, you wasn't, bitch. We saw you.
That you're nervous. Listen to me.
Well, y'all need to take care of that for real. Kiara, I love you. You are my number one singer. From the safest place, I watched you grow up.
I'm trying to talk to
you. Are beautiful.
Anybody want to hear what you guys say, McCurkin?
So much, Yolanda. I ain't got to hear nothing else because y'all are so rude and disrespectful. Somebody understand what I'm saying. Y'all have a blessed day.
Read, brother. Read him, hookers.
Later on in the episode,
wait a minute. They made memes and all kind of cartoons and everything else, y'all. Kiki Sheard. Okay. Kiki Sheard. But you see how everybody was nice to that kid? Right? Everybody but those two. Miss McCurkin, she's an ex-gay, and she up here with the damn homophobe. And they just hysterical. It showed us the real you, honey. He read Fat Kim. And she's just like, you talking to him. Bitch, wait a minute. First of all, address me as a man, honey. You talking to that boy like you talking to some goddamn homeless person. Well, I hope he got a show or something out of it. Funky roasted her too. Oh, yeah, that was a good roast. Oh, I think T.S. Madison came for that ass, girl. Every time she fuck up, y'all come for her. Kiki Sheard, they were the judges, honey. You don't gotta be nasty and rude to people. And he was correct. You're rude because you can't help yourself. That's who you are. Because of who you are, we hate your guts. Because of who you are, we will never buy your songs. And it's all because of who you are. You are you're a bitch, please. And the funny thing is, that girl Kiki, she was telling him about baby, don't run all you when you got all your runs right together like that, right? And she's sitting right up there giggling. Bitch, you should have been listening. Run, queen. What's in the red tumbler? It ain't nothing. Water. One of my subscribers, they didn't like all that crackling of my cheap water bottles. I don't know why I got to pay more than 50 cents for a bottle of water. But they said, let me help you, baby. Thank you. I love it. I got another one, too, for Christmas. I don't drink nothing but water, honey. I made my decision while you were still singing. Bitch, get your ugly big. Yolanda told the boy to come back, honey. Y'all got to figure out how you're going to run your show. Are you going to encourage the people, right? Are you going to discourage them? You're going to treat them like Kim Burrell, like the nasty pig she is. She's exposed herself for who she is, honey. Ain't nothing holy about that girl, right? They need to be listening to, what was the lady named sister, that nun? That famous nun doing good works. It ain't going to get you into heaven because you're just a person. Do good things. How many charities are you involved in, Kim Burrell? Y'all can stop calling that woman a horse. She looked like a horse. She used to look like a horse. Now she just sounds like one. You remember the talking horse, Mr. Ed? A horse is a horse, a horse, a horse. Jesus' way. Jesus. Oh. I said, girl. You're so busy trying to impress people with these runs, honey. You ain't communicating no message, child. Don't go around and call herself she's a pastor. That was a joke. So nobody knows if she did they take the church, did they close it down? Did she lose that church in Houston? How you gonna be somebody's pastor, girl? Not even a nice person. Do you live in a house? Do you live in a trailer? Never mind. They just ain't put his business out. She gonna go out there. She gonna try to humiliate Whitney Houston. She gonna put it with a smile on her face. Oh, it wasn't even meant like that. They're taking it all wrong. All these millions of people who watch all this shit, they're all wrong. They take it all wrong. Every time somebody catches her ass with her evil, nasty personality, they always talk about how they misinterpreted what she was saying and all that kind of shit, right? No, they're gonna turn on you, Miss Kim Burrell, so you can go back and hide in your house again, girl, with the helicopters flying all over your house, bitch. Lord have mercy. Let me check my perimeter, child, see if there's anything worth talking about. She ain't. I know what's going to happen, though. Watch what they release, people. They always release something. It's got to be something to catch the people's attention. That's what she's going to go in there try to pull, honey. We are not shocked by homosexuality. We are not shocked by lesbian acts. We are not shocked that people do drugs, girl. We already know it, honey. What you got to add to the story? Like you on the inside circle. You ain't on the inside shit. If she sang with you, she probably came on the stage and sang a few songs with you, girl. That don't mean you invited in her house. I can just see everybody sitting around doing drugs, girl, and your big ass is sitting in the front. I don't see it, girl. Let me see. Subscriptions. Did y'all get nice Christmas presents? You know what I got, child. Every year I got to get myself, since I ain't got no husband, I get myself a nice Christmas present every year, right? And so what I get? A statue. I went over this thing it called Facebook Marketplace, and they have this. It's a neoclassic statue, but it was marble. It was gorgeous, beautiful. I said, okay, that's what I'll get. So I got another statue. That means one of these fellas got to go up under the trunk. I got to put one away, one in, one out, honey. We don't want too many things, baby. Talking about poor people. Like her ass didn't come from the project. Kim might be doing drugs. She losing weight. They had to cut all that out. It was way too much. She might be on Ozempic and all that stuff, but that's not how she got rid of that. They had to go in there and cut that out. She was huge. She's been trying shit her whole life. It tells you how obsessed she was with her weight and being ugly. And then first thing what happened, as soon as they take the fat out of her ass, She come on here calling people ugly. She's telling the church members how they got to hide behind their hats, right? They got to hide behind their hats because they you know what's under there. You got to hide all that. Now, what are you here for, girl? This is a spiritual meeting. We're here to be encouraged, girl. They said she shut another one up last week. I'm singing. You have convinced yourself that we care. We don't care. You want to sing? Shouldn't you go to one of the stadiums like the other superstars, girl? So you say you need all these Grammys and things. Shouldn't you be there? Why are you in here with this 50 people? We came to church. Yeah, we want to sing and hum along, honey. I'm gonna show you my statue when it comes. It's cute. It's small. I like hard stones like a marble and bronze. I love them. So I've been collecting for my whole life, really, but it's one in, one out kind of thing. So I got Lee. You got Lee Cressette. You got Lee Cressette. What is that? You collect? I love collecting things, honey. I like that Facebook Marketplace thing too, because when you buy something on there, they actually guarantee you're going to get it. This came from, ouch. This came from there. See, I just told you I like bronzes. I got this Facebook Marketplace, and it was just what they presented. I only got it because I already had this one. See them? When I put them together, they lean together. This was a lot bigger. And they're boys, so they're not neoclassic. They're from, I don't know what. They're like Huckleberry Finn or some damn body. I ain't got nothing else to do, so we do that. Oh, it's cookware. Oh, I didn't say the name right. Lay Cressette. You got a cookware set. Okay, that's nice. I love kitchen stuff too, but I don't use any of it. Gamage, the sometimes moderator here, he gave me we were walking through Target last week, and he bought me a, what do you call it thing, air fryer, a big one. So I will use something like that in the microwave. But I mostly like things to look nice. Let me see. She looks 70 years old. Don't tell her that. Oh my gosh, she's gonna go back and get some more surgery. You should have did all that, Kim Burrell, when you were back in your 30s, girl. Maybe you could have caught you a man back then. But I don't know how they're gonna get around that personality though, right? Because if all these mistakes you make in public, that is not the worst of it, honey. Right? Somebody got to live with your ass. I just don't see how they could do that unless they were like homeless or something, or they needed you for some reason. This is the kind of person you would get, and you would just yell at him all day, put him down, that kind of thing. But he'd just be there because of his situation's desperation, right? I don't know how you would have him make love to you unless you had some of that skin stapled together. I don't know. I can imagine what it looks like when you take it off, girl. But you ain't gonna find nobody who's gonna love you with that personality. You were supposed to love me. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I ever known. There's no way I could ever go. Happy holidays, people. We'll keep up with this story. It'll be dropping in the next couple of months, but mark my words, they're going to come up with some salacious bullshit to try to promote this goddamn memoir of hers. When you write a memoir, Miss Kim Burrell, write it about your own goddamn self. That's your life. Later, people.